I'm going to be building a dipole with the Chameleon 1-to-1 balun. It's no longer for sale, but you can use any 1-to-1 balun. Okay, we've got the mast put up there. 14, 21, about 30 feet approximately. Now again, we're just going off of the space I have here in an HOA, so it's not ideal. Looped over. Normally I put it over there, but I don't want it touching the metal posts. So we're just hanging down there, and on the other side you can see it goes across right here. So we're trying to fit the dipole inside my yard, and of course if I raised it a little bit it would shorten, but because we're doing 60 meters it's going to be longer than my 40 meter. So if we can't tune it to 60 and 40, at least under 3-to-1, then I'm going to just cut it for 40. So let me disconnect. So even for 60 meters, it's horrible. All right, so 5.365 megahertz, basically 9, I guess. Down here it's minimum 6, 7. Okay, so it's 7.4 there in the middle. Okay, so on 60 meters here, you can tell it's 7.4 here. Not great. Let's zoom out, just see if it dips anywhere. Not really. Let's look at 40. I may just skip 60 and just go straight to a 40 meter dipole. Let's go to, let's see. Let's go to 40 meters. So horrible. So we're going to have to cut off some feet. We're just going to bring it down a little bit, see if it gets closer on 60, and go from there. Okay, I've cut a foot off each end. We should be a bit closer to 40 meters. 10 meters, under 3. Let's go to frequency. Let's just check. Let's just check 60, see where it's at. There we go, we cut a foot off and we got a nice middle of the road 60 meters down to as low as 1.5. So on the far end of the band of 60, 1.7 down to 1.53 and 1.54 to the other end. So it's good 60 meters right now, but let's try 40. Frequency. Okay. 40 should be way off because it's still in the middle of 60. So if we go out a bit, we'll see the dip at the 60 bar. So we need to go further this way. Let's cut off another foot and see where we're at. Okay, I actually cut off 2 feet because I know I'm quite a ways away from 40. So I doubt that I'm there yet. Let's go ahead and look at, where am I at here? I already did the frequency to 40, so let's go. Okay. I actually cut 2 feet off because I know I'm quite a ways from the 40 meter length. Let's go ahead and do frequency 40 meters. Hit it, sorry, and test it. Of course it's way up there because I'm going to assume it's still closer to 60, so let's zoom out a bit. Oh, yeah, we're still close to 60. We've moved a little bit, but we're going to need to cut a couple more feet off. So let's give that a try. Remember, we're going from basically 3.3 megahertz to 7.1. It's a huge jump, so we're going to have to cut off a lot more. The 60 meter length, I believe, was what, 87 feet, and then the 40 meter length was somewhere around 65. So we're looking at over 20 feet difference, and we're cutting off in 1 to 2 foot increments. So let's do another 2 feet. We'll see where we're at, and we'll cut less and less as we go. All right, I cut another 2 feet off each side, so let's make sure we're on 40. Frequency 40. Now we should be far away from 60 at this point, so let's hope that we get closer. The dip is still probably going to be on that side. Yep, let's zoom out a bit, see where it's at. Okay, so we're a little closer. We're about halfway now. So as we want it to go this way, we're going to cut the antenna a little bit shorter. And I'm tempted to go 2 more feet, because 2 feet only moved at about 100, or no, 1 kilohertz. It moved at 2 feet. So, oh no, wait a minute. 2 feet moved from about right there. So that was about 500. So we're going to go, we don't want to cut too short though. We're going to go 2 more feet and see where it's at. Okay, we've cut off 2 more feet. I still don't think we're going to be exactly where we want, but let's make sure that we're on 40. Testing, let's zoom in a little bit. And we should be closer though. All right, we're definitely closer. So the other one was about in the middle there. So at this point I'm going to do 1 foot on each side and see where we're at. I think with 1 foot we're going to just be touching the blue. Let's see how it looks. All right, we're just about there, guys. Let's check frequency again. 7, go here. Let's zoom in a little more. I think we're going to be in that range there. Let's give it a try. There we go. So that was another foot off each side. So now what I'm going to do is only cut about 2 inches off each side, and we're going to see it'll bring it a little closer. You don't want to cut too much, because once you go too far, then you got to solder it back on, or cut it to the next band, like 30 or 20 meters. Let's cut 2 inches off each side and see where we are there. All right, we're 4 more inches shorter, and double check again. 7 megahertz, 40 meters. I think I've been saying 7 meters this whole time. And I'm going to zoom in a little more because I think we're in the band. Let's check. Look at that. It's beautiful. Let's go out a little more. Okay, so we could actually go probably another 4 inches, and we're going to be right in the middle where we want to be. So let's do it. Okay, I cut off about 3, maybe 4, probably closer to 3 inches. And let's give it a test here. Frequency 7. Let's see. I think we're going to be right in the middle. Look at that. So 4. Yeah, 3 to 4. 4 might have been too much. It's probably closer to 4, I guess. So 3 would have been perfect. Maybe even 2, 2.5. So, and that's why you cut in small increments. But I'm being lazy. So now when we look at it, the whole band. Well, I'll let it go again. So when you go to the end of the band, let me zoom it out. Sorry guys. Let's do this. Let's get the whole band in there. Okay. Go to the left. We're still at that's 2.2, so tunable with the radio. We get under 2 at 7.058. Now we're into digital mode area, which is 1.88. Get into the middle of the band here at 1.51. The lowest is 1.49. And as you get closer to the end, we're looking at just over 2. So that's pretty good cut there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it on, it's about the middle of the day right now here in Texas. I'll try, see who we can reach, and then tonight when it gets a little bit darker and the ionosphere works better for NVIS, we're going to try some of that as well tonight, see how it works. Right now I'd say it's about 30 feet high, and when I take it down I'll do all the measurements and we'll see how long the elements actually are. So if we were going to cut it for 40, we wouldn't have to do all this because it would have been much shorter to start with. But because I was trying for 60, which we did eventually find, we had to cut off a lot more. Now I probably could have left it at 60 and then just using a tuner tuned 40, but I really want a resonant antenna, and on 40 this is really seriously just going to be a 40 meter NVIS antenna is kind of the goal. So let's get inside and let's see how it works. One thing I wanted to show how I can adjust this quickly is I use these little hooks. I use these hooks for a lot of stuff. If we can get it to zoom in. I think it's trying to zoom in on my hand. And now it's trying to zoom in on the tree. So these hooks right here are little carabiners, and I just slide it through the hole one side and out through the hole in the back side. And it's a good temporary like insulator. And then this guy rope is using this little tent thing so that when I'm here and it's longer, I can easily just adjust the length of it. I don't have another hook here. See, I've got these nice plastic hooks along the fence. So I'll probably put one here somewhere so that I can hook it on properly. So right now it's just kind of behind, just sitting behind the fence here. And that's gonna have to be good for now. All right, one thing I'd like to do is now that we're inside with all the connections and coax, let's go ahead and do an SWR reading. And I'm just going to do it on the 5 main bands here. And so now we can see that 40 meter, 1.3, nice. Tunable on 15 and, not quite, but tunable on 15 as well, of course. 15 and 40 work good together on that. But the rest I can use the tuner, my LDG tuner, so we'll give it a try on 20, 4.3. Maybe try some FT8, just see how we're reaching out and who we can hear. And then tonight we'll try 40 meters. So basically that is the 40 meter dipole. I started trying to make a 60 meter that's usable on 40, but that just wasn't going to work out. So I could have left it tuned to the 60 meter, but I would prefer to have a 40 meter resonant antenna because that's going to be more usable than the 60 meter in my case. But you can figure it out if we wanted to just do the 40 meter. So you can go Google dipole calculator and you get a variety of options here. But I just go to West Mountain Radio. They got the chart right here for all the bands. And up here, if you just choose a band like 40 meters, let's just put 7.150, calculate. It tells you the total antenna length would be 65.4 inches, and each element would be 32 feet, 8.8 inches. So if we were just doing a 40 meter dipole, we might start with cutting it at maybe like 67 feet and then cut it in small increments to get that dip in the SWR meter down to the center of the frequency or wherever you're wanting it. But that would have made the overall process of this dipole build a lot quicker. But I was trying for 60 and 40, didn't work out, just went with 40. So the rest of the video just shows me trying to make some QSOs on there, but thanks for watching, and feel free to continue watching. All right, as you can see, not a whole lot of activity here. I'm just scanning through. It looks like maybe a couple conversations. It's not going to work too well right now. There's just not a lot, but we'll try this tonight. A little bit of a buzzing there. I wonder if I need to reboot some kind of audio thing. We'll see if it's on the other band. Let's go ahead and try 20 meters. See if we can tune on. Yeah, I'm still getting that buzzing. It's clearer. Yeah, I got some audio issue going on. So we got 20 meters. Let me tune it. I've got the LDG AT600 Pro 2 tuner. So it'll tune whatever it's at and bring it down. All right. Yeah, there's a, I'm not sure what that is. There's something going on, so I'll probably reboot and continue, but let's go ahead and try, let's try this. Let's try WSJTX, grid tracker, and let's see what we have as far as, yeah, there's a noise in there that I don't know what that's doing. But yeah, that's obnoxiously loud. So we're tuned in. Let's just see what we can do with it on 20 meters, and then tonight I'll put it up or I'll have it up for 40 meter. We'll try some in VIS, see if I can contact anybody in the area. Okay, so we've got SWR around 4 on 20. So I went ahead and tuned it with the LDG AT600 Pro 2 Auto Tuner. Tunes fine, of course. And the SWR, everything seems to be good on the radio. We have successfully tricked the radio to think that this dipole is resonant on 20 meters. So let's give it a try. We'll let it run for a little bit, and we're going to see, you know, who it's reaching, who it can hear, and see if we can make a QSO. Auto time sync has already been enabled. So let's try this POTA. We'll give it a try. Actually, let me move this up. There we go. NM4W, we got you. What we'll try next is we'll try the ESK reporter. Let's see how we're doing there. Okay. Shrink that down a little bit. Okay. Kind of as expected. Probably get some more Europe, or possibly better Europe tonight on 40 meters, so we'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, we're getting out here, the Azores, and into Central America, Caribbean so far. Only been running for a few minutes. All right, well, we'll watch it if someone comes back, but let me just show you the noise difference on this. Let me enlarge that, and let's go back to mono. Oops. And oh, okay, we'll go ahead and get him real quick. Five. Not sure what that is. I'm about ready to go to the Hustler. Hustler's tuned anyway with the trap, so let me just show you the noise. There's inverted V, dipole, and look at the noise from the 10 meter comes in. All right, I'm going to give up on him. Let's wait till tonight. We're going to try 40 meter. That was kind of the goal. Not too bad, not horrible on 20 meter. It'd be like any tuned antenna, or multi-band antenna that you can tune. So there you have it. I'll continue this tonight once we get a little bit better on the critical frequency for NVIS. We'll give it a test. Okay, everyone, it's 5:48 p.m. Central Time. It's getting darker out there. The maximum usable frequency has come down a bit, so 7 meters or 40 megahertz is hopping here on FT8. I was running it for a little while, and just to show you kind of what I'm reaching here with the tuned 40 meter dipole, you can see the yellow that I was on 20 meters earlier, and now with the inverted V dipole up at 30 feet at the apex and approximate 6 foot high ends, I'm getting out quite a ways over into Europe. And it's always interesting to take this and look at my range locally or regionally here. See, so there can be some ground wave in here, of course, too. But you can see I'm hitting 5 or 6 kind of local ones, and then you kind of get a couple hundred miles or more out. Getting a little more, I'm still hitting people out here. So it's reaching both local, regional, and even international in some cases. So it's got a good span on its range at 30 feet. So I'm happy with it. It tuned in just fine. I think it was 1.35, was it? On the SWR meter for 40 megahertz, or excuse me, for 40 meters. And can't seem to get this guy here, so let's move out of there. But yeah, I'm happy with it as it is. So let's give it a let's look into some SSB contacts, see if I can get some people on to see who I can reach. This is K5VOP calling out KD8IOK, K5TAR, or JO3SLK.
K5TAR, you coming in 20 over, Papa.
Oh, there you are, Ryan. Nice clear signal here. I forget how far apart we are, but yeah, you're nice and clear.
Roger that. I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so we're not too far.
That works great. I'm building this one for NVIS, so looking at my PSK reporter earlier, showed me reaching Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, so not just DX, I can also hit more of the regional area, so that's good.
Yeah, roger. That means good come from, local, kind of regional comms, roger that. Well, at least you and I know we can talk to each other on Twitter. All right, partner, have a good one, K5TAR.
All right, sounds good, Ryan. Thanks. K5TAR, K5VOP, and I'm listening if KD8IOK is there. All right, we're trying to get KD8IOK. He's cranking up his power. We're going to try 15 meters. I was thinking 17 according to VOACAP, but oh man, I can barely copy you. It's the same. It's the same. I copied you saying my call sign, but that's all I could copy. I guess it's just going to be too quiet for us to QSO, man, but I could barely copy you. KD8IOK, KD8IOK. I'm on the Hustler vertical now. KD8IOK, do you copy? This is K5VOP. All right, all I could hear was my call again. I'm not sure if this is any better. I'm on my vertical instead of the inverted V. But again, all I could copy was my call. I heard you, still down in the noise. Well, it was a valiant effort. Okay, we're going to try one more. We're going to see if we can reach Scott. I'm not sure exactly how far. I'll have to look it up and put it up in text later. Probably 20 miles at the most, perhaps. Takes about 30 minutes to get there, so let's see how it is here. If he's coming on. It sounded like I heard somebody tuning. K5VOP is the frequency in use. Testing is the frequency in use. K5VOP. Because he's booting up his flex. Maybe there is somebody deep in the noise there. Hard to tell. It sounds like there might be somebody. Now it sounds like there's somebody. So hard to find. Everyone's scattered out just enough where you can't squeeze in between anybody. Maybe here. KG5RJR, KG5RJR, this is K5VOP.
K5VOP, KG5RJR.
KG5RJR, nice, good signal. It sounds like you might be off just a little bit. You got kind of a robotic voice, but good clear signal.
Yeah, I'm on the maestro here in the living room. Flexing off over in the other room.
All right, nice. Thanks for coming back. Go ahead and go again. Let me see what the meter says.
Yeah. Like I said, just run 100 watts here, and I use the maestro here in the living room very often. But when you first picked up, I thought, hey, that's an excuse to use it.
Okay, looks like you're hitting at about S3 in that range there, but full copy. A little bit of noise, but not too bad tonight.
Yeah, you're over here at about an S7. But yeah, I haven't cleaned up the signal at all over here. I'm just off of the TV.
All right, let me switch to the BTV. Let's see what that does. K5VOP, this is on the Hustler Sick BTV now. How am I doing?
You're about an S8. About an S8. Of course, I've got a real lot of static in the background here on my end.
Okay, yeah, this one might be slightly noisier than the dipole, but about the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, yours is just about the same as the dipole is. What orientation is your dipole?
Dipole ends are south west to northeast.
Yeah, for me, you would be west? Yeah, pretty much west.
Yeah, pretty much west. I forgot about how many miles are we apart?
Probably 12 miles. I mean, it may act like it's a little longer because you get across that portion of the bridge.
Okay, I was overshooting it, I guess. I was thinking around 18, just because it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to get there. But yeah, you're probably closer. It's probably closer to 12.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I'm literally right around the corner from where the EOC is.
Okay. Yeah, just wondering about if it ground wave or if the other's working. But if the Hustler's about the same as the dipole, I'm going to assume it's ground wave.
Yeah, that's typically what I consider most of this stuff that we do here locally around the area. It's pretty much ground wave, but I can say sometimes, like if I'm trying to go up to Coleman, for some reason it just absolutely does not 40 meters from here to his place doesn't work for surgery day. There's too much lake in the way or what? Ground wave is not good.
All right, well, as long as I can QSO someone, I don't care how it gets there, be it ground or be it sky. So thanks for coming back, Scott, and taking the time.
Hey, no problem, Paul. Glad I could help. And yeah, maybe next time I'll set up this stuff. No noise in the background on my end. And yeah, I've been working too hard on the third one. My brain's not working.
All right, man. Well, it worked for me tonight. I appreciate it. I'm going to finish this video up tonight and edit it tomorrow. Hopefully get it out. But thanks again, man. 73. Take care, bud. K5 VOP. I'll be clear.
All right, Paul. You have a great day. K5 RGR.
Well, there we go. Most likely ground wave. Hustler and the inverted V were the same, so a little too close to actually test the inverted V as NVIS. But no one else is coming back to test. I got Louisiana, and that was a good one. That was nice and clear. Definitely NVIS on that one. So looks good. And just raised it up with my 46-foot push-up mast at about 30 feet, and the ends go right to the edge of the fence, so it works out great.